All right, I think it looks like I'm live, but I am just going to wait for all of the things to catch up with me and make sure that I'm seeing everything. There we go. Let's mute that guy. Make sure I'm in all messages. All right. Well, hi, friends. I am back. This is Leah with our studio, and I am back after taking basically the first half of July off to go on vacation. So we spent 2 weeks in Montana. Um, we had a wonderful time with our family and friends and all that fun stuff. So super excited. It was a lovely time. I'm excited to be home and back. But I had a really great time back home for a couple of weeks. So today I'm going to create a card that I had an idea for before getting ready to leave for Montana, and that I just never had a chance to really bring it to fruition. So when we arrived home on Sunday, kind of got really sick. I had I think like a 24-hour stomach bug or maybe food poisoning, not sure which. So I'm kind of glad that I had a card idea in play because I was really pretty much sick most of yesterday too. So I'm glad I had a card idea kind of in the back burner, and I'm excited to share that with you today. Now it looks like Heather is here. She is moderating in the comments. She is the name behind Pinkfresh Studio name that you're seeing. So hey to Heather, and thank you guys so much for your kind comments and your welcome backs to me today. So I'm a little rusty. I feel a little rusty. Also, still kind of getting back to normal after being quite sick for about a day or so. So today is not going to be extremely technique driven or anything like that. We're going to kind of use products a little bit more, just finding different ways to use friend products that we have released recently. So, but I think it's going to be really fun. I think it's going to come together really lovely. So, Myrna is asking an update on our new inks. So, as we mentioned, we were shooting for July, but we knew that there was possibility that there was going to be some setbacks on time, and there has been. So we have an updated release date of September now for our new inks. So mark that on your calendar. Not too much longer, but we did end up having to push it back. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, before I flip the camera around and we get going on today's card, I'm just going to go over the usual stuff. First things, if you're new to our live stream, welcome. We're so happy that you're here. Once I flip the camera around, I don't see as many comments come through, so I'm just giving a nice big blanket welcome to everyone, new or first time. Let us know if you're first timer. We love to know when people are just finding us. Also, we give away. Oh, thank you, Sherry. We give away a $15 gift card code at the end of every live. All you have to do is what you're currently doing now. Just chat with us in the live chat. Also, another way to gain an extra entry is underneath this video, there's a little tab. It's got an arrow button and it says the word share next to it. If you click on that, you can share it wherever. You can share it to your personal Facebook page. You can share it in an Instagram story. You can share it. Maybe you have like a crafty email message or a direct message with crafty friends. You can share it there. And finally, if there is a Facebook crafting group that you're a part of, you can share it there as long as it follows the rules. There are some that don't like that, so make sure you know the rules of your crafty groups before you do that. Once you've done that, come back here, let us know you've shared, and that's just an extra entry into the $15 gift card code giveaway. Oh goodness, please. I'm life-size in your living room. Hopefully I don't look like I have been ill for 24 hours. Finally, This is not an extra entry into the giveaway, but something that is super helpful to us is if you give this video a thumbs up, that helps the videos reach both now and while it's on replay. So we would love for you guys to do those things and continue chatting with us in the chat. Heather will pick a winner at the end of the live. She just randomly picks from all of the comments. So, and then as long as YouTube lets us, she will tag you in those comments. And of course, we'll mention it at the end as well. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get going today. We're going to be doing a little bit of, we're going to be using some washi tapes. We're going to be doing a lot of die cutting and assembling. And so I'm excited about this card, and I hope that it comes together like I have it in my brain. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So, but that's the joy of creating live. But let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to flip the camera around, so just bear with me while I do that. All right, so as you can see, we're going to cut out some washi tape pieces. We already got some cut out, but just for the sake of live and demoing, we're gonna cut out another set just to have them available. Oh, hi to everyone jumping on. Oh, and thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. Oh, Jane, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, mine was about 24 hours. Thankfully, it didn't go much longer than that. I'm super thankful. All right, so this is our Garden Bouquet washi tape. Now, this does have a coordinating stamp and stencil. Actually, I think I used the stamp and stencil live. The last time I was live right before I left for vacation. So it's been a few weeks. So today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feature the washi tape. So I'm just cutting out a panel of the washi tape. And Heather and I do this a little differently. I like to cut the panel fully out, and then adhere it down to my cardstock. I think Heather rolls hers out. So however you do it, there's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever works best for you. And the great thing about our washi tape is it's quite forgiving. There's hair underneath this one. That's okay. We're going to cut that away anyway. If you get little bubbles or anything like that, they buff right out. And then keep in mind, a lot of the stuff along the edges, we're going to cut away, because I'm going to cut these out with the coordinating die here momentarily, which I think I might have forgotten to grab. So bear with me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me just go grab this die real quick. Thankfully, it wasn't too far away. Oh, thanks, Heather. I know. I talked about this card a long time ago, and then I just never had a chance to bring it to life. So I'm excited I get to today. That's funny, Louise. Always happy to enable. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this big one-piece die. And let's get our set cut out here. So these are, I'm using my Gemini Junior today. I'm not sure how I have a little glitter drop in there. Wait. Okay. I must have been flinging glitter drops around, friends. Okay. So these are these Sizzix extended plates. I'm using my Gemini Junior today. And so just a little hack that we learned from another friend is that if you use 3 and don't mind mine are a little warped, probably time to get some new ones. But if you use 3 of the Sizzix extended plates and then 1 paper shim, mine's just a 100-pound paper shim. If you use them together, they work and they match the Gemini Junior cutting plate. Now, keep in mind, these are not Gemini or Crafter's Companion products. So if you have a warranty on your Gemini Junior, you might not want to do this part. But I've had my Junior for so long, it no longer has a warranty. And so I don't really have to worry about that, about avoiding a warranty that I no longer have. So I don't mind using, not approved branded product in mine. So, but if yours is not under warranty, this is a great way to get extended plates. Right, and I'm just going to go ahead and run this through my die cut machine real quick. All right, and now I took the time to line up a die. And so now just with one swoop through our machine, we have all of the pieces cut out. So I'm going to remove those. And I'll cut this little top off because I can use that for other things. Go ahead and put that in my little scrap pile I've got over here. Okay. So let's get these off the cutting plate here. I'll get the rest of pieces out here momentarily. Come, Teresa. Okay. Let's see. I might have a couple of little things I need to cut out here. So I'm feeling a little, I don't know what the word is, not frazzled. I am, been a while, so I'm feeling a little rusty, I guess is the correct, the correct word. But we'll get there. I'll get there, friends. So I'm just popping out any of the little chads that stayed behind in the images. I won't be using this big guy here today. But I don't know that I have actually used the bigger floral piece yet. That's why I have so many of them cut out. And then you'll notice I have them all organized on my little plate here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put them in their in the perspective place here. Discombobulated, that's a good word for it too, Louise. All right, is that the right one? Here is. Well, you know what? I think I got these in two places. That's why I was like, why? There we go. You know what? I'm going to flip flop. There we go. And I think I missed one of the little chats of these guys. So let's get that guy poked out. I might have missed one right in here too. Okay, so we have all of our little pieces here. So the next thing that we need to do before we start assembling what I'm really excited to do is we got to do a little bit more die cutting. I mentioned we have a lot of die cutting that we're doing today. So up next, we are going to grab our best things die set, and we're going to grab just the lantern die. So I'm not using the stamps or stencils or anything. I am just using that fun little, it's technically a bird cage. I am turning it into a lantern. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to die cut the lantern from some of my favorite ivory glitter cardstock. Bring that piece away. And something that, put this piece off here real quick. Sorry, my address is on here and I don't need it. I wouldn't mind you guys having the address, but I don't need it exposed to the entire world. So give me a second. I'm going to Sharpie over it. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't show up very well. Okay. Sorry, pardon my little delay there. Okay, so now here's the thing. This die doesn't really need any extra bumps. At least it doesn't when I'm cutting it in normal paper. But here's the thing I'm going to show you guys. We are going to use a bubble mailer to cut it out, to give it a little bit of extra pressure. And you'll see why I'm choosing to do this once I pull it out. So let's go ahead and get this guy out real quick. And I'm going to show you why I added the bubble mailer. It didn't slide off, right, Heather? Some things just don't need to be out there for all to see. I mean, actually, I think it's public record, but still, I don't need to just hand it to you or to someone. That doesn't mean that. Oh, I agree, Roxanne. I do think that it would be easy to use. I just haven't had a lot of time ever since it released. I've been prepping to be gone for the first half of July. So, okay. So the reason why I used the bubble mailer is so that I would get just a little bit more pressure on those really lovely details and kind of give them more of a, I don't know if it's embossed or debossed effect. I don't know which the right term would be, but I just wanted to give that just a little bit more oomph when it comes to the details. Now, I'm going to cut an extra layer from white cardstock. And what you're going to see is that I don't actually need, and this is just for stacking purposes. And so you don't have to use a bubble mailer. And I'm going to cut that out, and you're going to see here shortly that it cuts just perfectly. Well, thank you, Allison. Christine, I don't know. I've always put it underneath. So, oh, apparently I was using a scrap piece of paper. That's fine. It's just for stacking purposes. I must have stamped it badly. So then you'll see it works perfectly fine cutting it out without the bubble mailer. But you'll notice I got more detail, especially where those little detailed lines are. So cuts totally fine without a bubble mailer, but adds a bit, especially into a more malleable paper like glitter paper, when cut with the bubble mailer underneath it. So that is the start of my little lantern. So it's technically a bird cage in the die set, but I'm going to turn it into a lantern today. All right, let's go ahead and glue this guy together. As I mentioned, I only did the white layer for stacking purposes. So we're going to glue those together just to make this a little more sturdy. Oh, I bet, right? It was definitely Prime Day while I was on vacation. And so I didn't order one thing, which is okay because I really didn't need anything. So it's good that Prime Days were over my vacation because it didn't tempt me to look at anything. And I just really truly did not need anything. Yeah, that's a good mention too, Heather, that I think putting the bubble mailer underneath also helps save some wear and tear on your cutting plates. Yes. Oh my goodness, I did not know this. So like I said, I've been away. I know we've been working on getting things going on our website, but it looks like we now have the wish list option been running, so you can save wish lists with products that you want. So that's pretty exciting news. I knew that we were going to be working on stuff like that, but yay for it being up and running now. Super exciting. Okay, and then one more thing I've actually already done, but these are our basic label frames. I die cut just the smallest one here And I die cut it, I think 3 times from white cardstock and then stacked and adhered it. So this is going to be my cute little candle. I thought it worked perfectly as a candle. So I don't have the packaging anymore. I ruined the packaging on these a long time ago. So these are our basic label frames, and they are going to act as my cute little candle for my lanterns. Now, one thing our candle needs is a flame. And so I kept these little inner pieces the last time I cut out our spiral circle die, because I noticed that the shapes were absolutely perfect for a candle flame. So I thought that that was pretty cool. And so I held on to those. And today we're going to ink blend one of these little guys to make it look like a flame. So I'm just going to pull one of the larger ones out. There are little tiny ones too, but I kind of feel like those guys are a little too small for this. So we're going to do one of the larger flames. Thanks, Lori. And so now I'm just going to grab a few shades of ink, and we are going to just blend one of these little guys to look like a candle flame. So I'm going to start with some lemon whip, and we're going to blend the whole thing with lemon whip, just to give it a nice little. Oh, Roxanne, I actually don't really have any of those things, but this would be a really fun adaptation to that if you had the little LED things available. I don't have any of those, so I can't do that today. But you certainly could do that with these if you have the time and the resources to do it. All right, starting with just a little bit of lemon whip there. And then we're going to move up to Marigold, jumping way up to the darkest shade of yellow. Right. Right, just a little deeper at that base and then up the side. Okay. And then finally, wipe down this yellow here. All right, then finally, let's grab Apricot. And we're going to just do a little apricot. Orange up a little bit, not too much. Perfect. Okay. And I think that looks good. Well, thanks, guys. Well, I see Linda was also good during Prime days with me. So, yay. And then just look at how cute. So maybe if I can get it. Just look at how perfect this looks. To turn this into a little candle. Like, I just thought that was really fun. Alrighty. So that's really all the ink blending we're doing today. Just getting that little candle flame up and going. So let's go ahead and assemble our candle. Let's just glue down a little flame. Debbie, our new inks are now coming in September. We had a little bit of a delay, so we had to change the date. Right, so it's nice and straight there. Okay. Oh, that's funny, Heather. And then just because I have a little dimension, I'm gonna bring that a little bit off of there. Okay. Now I want my candle to pop off of the lantern a little bit just to give some dimension. So I'm going to put really thin foam strips butted up really close to the edge here. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, I just, the first thing that was I photographed weddings for 10 years. And so when I saw the birdcage in the best thing um, set, the first thing I saw was a candle lantern. So I'm excited to be able to bring this card and just, give more ways to use your products. So, and like I mentioned, this is not a super technique oriented card today. It's more just assembling, but I think it's going to turn out really pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and get our candle glued down. Debbie, yes, the ink storage cases will also be available in September. And let's go ahead and glue this down. And you'll see it pretty much like the exact dimension of that middle. So I had something to stick the foam adhesive down to. All right. So now is where we're just going to just a little bit with flowers and pick the ones that I think will work the best here. So I think one of these guys is going to tuck back here like that. I need to glue it down. It's ready. And then let's see. I might do this guy here and do it on the back side. So, and then I did find that this guy and this guy are kind of the best for arranging here in the front. That's because they cover up that bottom area the best. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a little bit of score tape. So some double-sided score tape here. Maybe if I can find the edge, there we go. To secure these two guys down together. Okay. So that should work pretty good here. Let's do some fluffing. Hi, Tracy. Thank you. I'm glad you're catching me live as well. All right, there we go. Oh, I think this is going to turn out really pretty, guys. All right, I'm just going to use, this is double-sided tape, so I think I'm just going to use this tape the other side to glue it down. I may reinforce with a little liquid glue here in a minute, but let's just go ahead and use what I've got on there already and glue it down. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Heather. All right. My little Cocker Spaniel is tapping around, so if you hear some click-clacking in the background, that's what it is. It's her. She's a little restless, it seems. All right, and these ones I may also just use some tape to adhere from the background as well. You could absolutely use liquid glue to do this. I don't know why I'm using tape. This feels like what I'm probably going to reinforce these with a little bit of glue anyway. Okay. There's that. Thanks, guys. Okay. So there we have the lantern. And then this guy actually looks really cute. It's kind of poking out from the top here. Just kind of tuck it in there. Probably far too much tape. We'll just do that. Okay. And there's my cute. Hey, I'm gonna have to reinforce these with liquid glue, but that's okay. Do that a little bit closer to assembly time. Okay, so I did make two. I made one before we started. The only flowers that are different are these ones. But I think I'm going to make a slimline card today. So I think I'm going to need two of them anyway. So we've got two to use to choose from today. And like I mentioned, I think in the end, I'm probably going to use both. So that is the start of our card. Now we need to work on the layers of our card and layering it. So I've got this very nice pale pink card, and I'm going to cut the Hexagon tile cover plate die to it. So this is a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock. And I am going to, because I'm going to make a slimline card, I'm going to use this cover plate die, and I am going to put design on both sides. We'll end up trimming some away, but because this doesn't have an outer cutting line, pardon me, I can do it on different sized papers. Now you do get a little bit of a seam where the edge of the die kind of digs in a little bit to the cardstock. But to me, once because we're going to decorate, we're going to put stuff over top of it, and it can be, strategic about where I put things over top of it. So a little bit of seam that you'll see that happens really doesn't bother me all that much. And I feel like this got a little good. So let me fix it real quick. There we go. Guys. I'm glad you're liking how this is coming out. I thought the little lanterns were so darn cute. Oh yeah, this would be super fun with Christmas product. I definitely agree on that. Okay, so we've got one side done. And you'll see there's a tiny little bit of a seam there, but nothing that I'm going to worry too much about. All right, so then I'm going to just do this on the other side. So I have a full panel of this lovely design. Hi, Amy. So the lanterns are actually they're the birdcage from our best thing release, or the die set from our best thing in our June release. So I just took the birdcage and turned it into a lantern. So hopefully that helps out. Okay, so we'll just stop here. We're going to end up cutting this down a little bit. I will strategically cut this down so that most of that little seam will get covered up. Okay. And there is that. And then finally, I've already pre-cut my little purple frame from some purple cardstock using the slim Ornate banner. Nice. That's Allison. Always happy to enable. All right, so I pre-cut this using both inner and outer die of for the larger piece. And I'm going to go ahead and get some thin foam strips adhered to this. Maybe, where did I put them? Here they are. So I meant to do that beforehand, but I ran out of time. So we'll just do that quickly while we are chatting here. You guys are funny. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Just getting some thin foam strip adhered on here. Sorry, this is where I'm a little quiet because I am concentrating on making sure I don't get them crooked or too crooked anyway. So something that we did on our last day in Montana, which was super exciting, is we went ziplining. I have never ziplined before, and it was so much fun, I guess. So it's right in Anaconda, Montana, which is where we want to live. That's where my mom lives. And it is, I think they said it's 2 miles of zip lining, but you come down, you go down 7 zip lines. And it's like 2 miles. So I guess it's like one of the longest zip line courses in America. And then there are 2 of the lines that are like over a half mile each, and you get upwards to like 50 to 60 miles per hour. And it was so fun. So fun. We had a blast. My mom got it as a gift for me and Josh. So my mom went, and me and Josh went, and my little brother Casey went, and we had a blast. Oh, thank you, Lori. Okay. So I think, well, I made 2 lanterns, but I'm not sure that 2 are going to fit very well. So I may end up just using 1 lantern here, and I can use the other lantern for another card, actually. I thought 2 would fit a little bit better, but I guess they're larger than I thought. So I think in the end, we're just going to use 1 so that we don't make the card too busy. And I think when I trim this cardstock down, we will we will butt it up about right up here. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, it was so much fun. And I am not much of a risk taker. Like, I held on tight with 2 hands the entire time. I never started backwards. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I will work up the nerve to do that, but it didn't happen this time. It was my first time ever doing that. So I give myself credit for even just doing it. Okay. Dang it. I was really hoping 2 would fit. They just really don't, do they? I think that would just be really super cluttered. So I think we'll hang 1. All right. Perfect. Well, now I know exactly how I'm going to trim this down. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my paper trimmer here. And then we're going to trim it right up top. And then I need it to be, I think I need it to be 8. And 5/8. Right. And I need to trim it down to be 3 5/8. So we'll just take a little off each side. Maybe. I think I did that right. Not, I think I have enough time. I can redo the panel if I needed to, but I think I'm good. Okay, and then I just have a nice bright white card base for this one. Right, I think that this will be correct. Okay, I did cut it correctly. I'm proud of myself for that. All right, let's get some tape runner. And I'm just going to use tape runner to adhere the background down. But if you ever find yourself in Montana and you want to do something fun like zip lining, and it's, it's something that you feel like you could do, definitely check it out. We had a blast. Our guides were so funny and so energetic. We had so much fun. And I cannot believe that this is, just right on the outskirts of this tiny little town in Montana. It's got this just big, amazing zip line course. It was so fantastic. Okay. Right. Well, thank you, Louise. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and add our pretty little purple frame here. Allison, I'm going to say this. I think I feel more secure in the harnesses for the zip line than I have ever felt on a ski lift. I feel like ski lifts, you are not like you're not hooked in very well at all. So I actually think that I probably felt safer harnessed into the zip line than I have ever felt on a ski lift before. So let me put that out there for you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey. Getting a little wily here. Okay. Let's get this patched. Nice and straight here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, and I did all of that. And that was dumb. I wonder if I can lift this up a little bit. I think I can. Okay. So I did all of that, and I actually want to hang the lantern. And I, of course, wanted to hang it from the top. So I pulled up that foam tape a little bit and kept it from totally gluing down because I want to hang my lantern. So I'm going to grab a little bit of just some nice, pretty metallic floss here. And I am going to, well, we might need to glue down the lantern first. So let's go ahead and glue down the lantern. And I knew that I wanted to kind of cover up that little seam down at the bottom that it made here. Okay. So, friends, I keep losing my foam tape strips here. Okay. So let's go ahead and add some foam tape. Oh, thank you, Jane. Okay, I feel like that should be good. Pizza. All right, so I like that little part of the lantern here, covering up that little seam was made. Just making sure that so none of the flowers are really off. Okay, now I feel a little bit better about looking this through. So we can go ahead and trim. Probably going to be longer than I need it to be. That's okay. There we go. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Amy, our July release is next Thursday, which is the 27th, I believe. It's 27th. All right. We got our little hanging here. Now let's put under. Maybe. Yep. Tuck it under here. And let's then push it down here. And then I'm just going to trim it. Look at that. I love when it looks like your little lanterns are actually hanging. I think that's super fun. Yeah, I will be doing the sneak peek alone this month. So Heather's got some time off, which I mean, rightly so, after I have been off for a full 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So definitely rightly so. So I will be doing a sneak peek of our next release. And Amy, no, July is actually not our Christmas release. So this will just be another really fantastic standard release. And then now I'm just making a quick double bow with the same twine, or I guess it's metallic thread or floss. Maybe it's not completely working with me right this second. Here we go. Maybe I'm making a hot mess out of this, it seems. Ugh, I do not like how that turned out. Let me just try again. But our Christmas release will actually be in August. So you'll get Christmas in August. Oh, shoot. Maybe one way too small. Oh, I've never actually tied a double bow with this product, so it's possible it's just not great for double bowing here. That is very true. Heather makes a really great point. The sneak peek this time around is like 2 days before the release goes live, so you don't have too long to wait. I think I'm going to stick with a single bow because I'm just really fumbling with that double bow. Maybe I just need to practice a little bit before I try doing that live ever again. So we're just going to do a nice little single bow that I just want to add onto where the lantern is hanging from. Okay. We'll put a little bit of silk glue right there. Might have been too much glue, but that's okay. It'll dry clear. Not a big deal. I may even end up putting a little jewel there or something. Yeah. Let's trim this down a bit. Perfect. Getting it so I don't bump that bow off. Just trying to help it set up here a little bit. Oh, shoot. Of course I did. All right. Don't do that again. Stay in your place, bow. Oh, it's sticking to my finger. That's the problem. All right. Let's try this again. And then maybe I won't. I'll just get it in there and let it sit. Thanks, guys. All right. So while we're waiting for that bow to set, I lose my sentiment. I am going to get some foam tape added to my sentiment. So you're going to see this looks really full. This is our foiled sentiments 5 sentiment pack. I kitted with this ephemera pack, and so I just threw all of the extras I had left all into one. So it's normally not this full. But I thought this Make-A-Wish sentiment would look really cute with this adorable little lantern. So another thought I had was, since I ended up not using 2 lanterns, could add a few more flowers if I feel like they fit. I don't know if they do, but I can always check and see. I could try to add a few more flowers into the corners here. I don't know if I'm going to do this, but we have a bit of time, so I can check and see if I feel like I think that is a good idea or not. Yeah, the bow is definitely not being my friend, is it? That's okay. I'm going to make it work. Let's maybe add a few more flowers at the top. There. Actually, I think that's kind of pretty. Adding extra flowers in there. Actually like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and add them. So I'm going to add them with some liquid glue. There we go. And a cute linking hanging part. Right. And let's just add this guy in here. I don't think you can have too many flowers at all. And I've got a little bit of space up here that I thought the second lantern was going to take up. And so since that didn't work, needs a little something up here. So I think that this is a good way to fill in the space that I thought something else was going to, where I thought something else was going to be. I'm deciding if I want these a little bit closer. Actually, I liked how those were a little bit more flanking down the side. Thanks, Heather. We should definitely be opening up a second round of registration for our holiday event sometime soon. I don't know the exact date, but yeah, definitely keep an eye out for it. And keep in mind that all of the product in the event will not be released during our holiday release in August. So nothing will be, there will be no repeated designs. Now, if I could just get the glue to set on these flowers, that would be great. Okay. So we've got our flowers now. I think I like the sentiment here near the candle. I may just kind of smooth that guy up a little bit to make a little room. All right, perfect. I'm just going to use these little extra pieces I have left here. Okay. Wish. I think that's pretty darn cute. Sure, it's not super crooked. And you know what? I have pretty much fully covered up that seam that was created when creating the background. Alrighty. So I think I am going to add a little bling really quickly. I think I'm just going to use these clear, the clear iridescent drops, since there's a lot of colors going on today on today's card. Okay. Right, there's the wax tip. So I think for sure I'm going to put one right there. Well, with that bow, it's not going to stay until I put some glue. So I may just go ahead and put some glue on here really quickly. Here we go. And get this guy on here and set. Yes. Let's try that again. All right. It's being kind of a brat here. Here we go. Maybe I'm gonna get this to work right. Maybe I'm not. Me and the bow are not loving each other right now. I may have to fuss with it a little bit after 5. There we go. Okay, so then let's just tuck a couple more over here. And then maybe we'll do down here. And I think we'll finish with just a couple up here. All right, I'm almost done here, friends. Maybe here. There we go. Just got to glue these guys down. Yeah, Diane, I think I'm going to have to glue down the loop of the lantern, and I will do that when we're done. But I agree. I think it needs a little bit of extra reinforcement. So I will do that once the live is over. Do a little reinforcing on this card to get things a little bit more secure. I'm going to go ahead and get these gemstones glued down and let you guys get along with your day. You don't need to see me reinforce things. All right, you're off the table a little. That is my card for today, friends. I hope you enjoyed it coming together. I'm glad that for the most part it came to fruition. Maybe not exactly as I thought it would, but really close. And I think that it turned out really fun. All right, I am going to switch back to my desktop or to my front facing, sorry. And I think Heather has a winner already picked and ready to go. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me today. And it looks like our winner is, congratulations to Catherine Lovelace. You have won today's $15 gift card code. So all you have to do to claim your prize is email me. My email is leah@pinkfreshstudio.com to claim your prize. Keep in mind there is no H on the end of my name, so it's just LEA. Now she says give 2 to 3 business days to get back to you, but I'm going to mention right now that I am 2 weeks behind an email. So it may take me a smidge longer than that to get back to you on it, but promise you I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my fun little lantern themed card. I really am thrilled with how it turned out today. And I'm so glad to be back, and I'm so glad to be creating with you guys again. So congratulations to Catherine. And then we will see you guys back here on Thursday for Scrapbooking Live with Catherine. Or Kathleen, not Catherine. Gracious, where's my brain? With Kathleen. And I think she told me what she's using, but it's slipping my brain. So it will be a surprise. But we give away a $15 gift card code in that live as well. So we hope you'll join us. And even if you're exclusively a card maker, you can garner a whole lot of inspiration from our scrapbooking live. So definitely be sure to check it out. And then join me next week when I sneak peek our July release. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you later. Bye.